Picture this. You're in your house, the internet's down, and your phone battery's dead. You fidget, looking around for something to do, and end up pacing, or worse, cleaning. Yes, that's how bad things are. Because the alternative to boredom is like setting your phone on fire, completely incomprehensible. This might sound strange, but boredom is not just the idle state of mind we've all come to dread. It's a powerful tool that can catalyze profound personal transformation. In a society that prizes constant stimulation, we're often conditioned to view boredom as an enemy. We're told that productivity equals worth, that downtime is wasted time, and that a vacant mind is a devil's workshop. But what if we've got it all wrong? What if boredom is not something to be avoided, but rather embraced? Imagine a world where boredom is not the villain, but the hero of our story. A world where the void of boredom is not something to fear, but a space to explore. Sound implausible? Let's challenge that thought. Boredom, in its purest form, is simply the absence of engagement. It's a mental state that occurs when we're not absorbed in an activity or task. And while this might initially seem negative, it's precisely this absence of engagement that can unlock a treasure trove of potential. In the quiet solitude of boredom, we can hear the whispers of our inner self, the murmurs of our deepest desires, and the echoes of our most creative ideas. Boredom provides us with a blank canvas, a space to let our minds wander freely, unencumbered by the shackles of constant stimulation. In the bustling cacophony of modern life, it's easy to drown out these whispers. We're always on the go, always connected, always busy. But when we allow ourselves to embrace the void of boredom, we create an opening for introspection, reflection, and self-discovery. Boredom can be a catalyst for creativity, a trigger for change, a mirror for self-reflection, and a teacher of tranquility. It's a tool that can help us disconnect from the external world and reconnect with our inner selves. So rather than viewing boredom as the enemy, consider it a friend that can usher in a plethora of benefits. As we delve into this topic further, let's open our minds to a new perspective on boredom. Let's embrace the void. Firstly, boredom can serve as a catalyst for creativity. It may seem like an unlikely pairing, but let's delve a little deeper. Many of us have experienced moments of inspiration during mundane tasks, like washing the dishes or taking a shower. That's because when our minds are unoccupied, they have the freedom to roam. This is where boredom steps in, providing that much-needed empty space for our minds to wander and daydream. Research has shown a fascinating link between daydreaming and increased imagination and creativity. When we allow our minds to drift, we are essentially giving them permission to explore uncharted territories. We are letting them connect the dots in novel ways, to come up with fresh ideas and innovative solutions. Think of it as having a blank canvas. At first glance, it's just an empty space. But with a little imagination and a splash of creativity, that blank canvas can transform into a beautiful masterpiece. The same goes for our minds. When we're bored, we're giving our minds a blank canvas to create, innovate, and think outside the box. Let's consider some examples. Have you ever found yourself stuck on a complex problem, only to have the solution come to you during a moment of idleness? Or perhaps you've come up with a brilliant idea for a project while taking a leisurely walk. These are instances where boredom has provided the mental space necessary for innovative ideas to emerge. And it's not just about solving problems or coming up with new ideas. Boredom can also lead to self-discovery. When we're bored, we're more likely to reflect on our lives, our goals, and our dreams. We're more likely to ask ourselves important questions like, what do I really want, or what's my purpose? This introspection can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our desires, helping us live more authentic and fulfilling lives. So the next time you find yourself bored, rather than reaching for a distraction, allow your mind the freedom to wander. Embrace the idleness. Welcome the boredom. Who knows, you might just stumble upon your next great idea or important insight about yourself. Secondly, boredom can help spur us towards making necessary changes in our lives. It's like a blinking neon sign, signaling that something isn't quite right, something isn't fulfilling us. Consider it a wake-up call, a nudge to reassess and reevaluate. Take your job, for instance. Are you bored because the work no longer challenges you or because it doesn't align with your passions? Recognizing this boredom can be the push you need to seek a more fulfilling role or even embark on a new career path. Or perhaps your relationship feels stagnant, devoid of excitement. That gnawing boredom might just be the catalyst you need to initiate a dialogue, to revive the spark, or maybe even reconsider your compatibility. The same goes for your daily routines. If your workout is more yawn-inducing than adrenaline-pumping, it might be time to mix things up. Try a new sport, explore different fitness regimes. Thus, boredom can be a powerful tool for personal growth and development. Thirdly, boredom can provide an opportunity for reflection, a chance to take a step back, to observe, to ponder. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, we often forget to pause, to breathe, to reflect. But when boredom strikes, it offers us the luxury of time, a mental space that's free from distractions and interruptions. This is when we can introspect about our lives, our goals, and our purpose. We can reevaluate our priorities and question if we are truly on the path we want to be. It's a time to think about whether we're living our best life or merely existing. Interestingly, research has shown that when we have the time to reflect, we are more likely to engage in pro-social behaviors. We become more altruistic, more empathetic. We start thinking beyond ourselves. We start making a difference. So, boredom can be a conduit to a more meaningful existence. Lastly, boredom can teach us the joy of quiet. We live in a world where we are constantly bombarded by stimuli, from the incessant pings of our cell phones to the relentless pace of our daily lives. We are so conditioned to fill every moment with some form of activity or entertainment that we have forgotten the profound pleasure of silence, the bliss of doing absolutely nothing. Unplugging from this constant stimulation and embracing quiet moments is not only liberating, but also deeply rewarding. It's like standing on a serene beach, feeling the cool sand between your toes, listening to the rhythmic lull of the ocean waves, and simply being. There's a sense of peace, a tranquility that envelops you, a calm that seeps into your very being, quieting the chaos within. But how do we resist the temptation to fill every moment with activity or entertainment? The answer lies in mindfulness. It's about being present in the here and now, engaging with the world around us using all our senses and not just our screens. It's about enjoying a meal without the distraction of a TV show, taking a walk without the constant chatter of a podcast, or simply sitting in a park, soaking in the beauty of nature. Every time you feel the urge to reach for your phone or switch on the TV, pause, take a deep breath, and instead reach for a book, or better yet, sit in silence. Let your mind wander. Let your thoughts flow freely, unencumbered by the constraints of digital distractions. You'll be amazed at the clarity that emerges from the quiet. In conclusion, embracing boredom can lead to a multitude of benefits, from boosting creativity and prompting positive changes to fostering reflection and teaching us the joy of quiet. So the next time you feel the tug of boredom, don't resist it. Instead, welcome it as an opportunity for personal growth and transformation.